Hi, my name is Lori Kearney and I have post-concussion syndrome. In this video, I'm going to give you the inside view of what post-concussion syndrome is, PCS, how your loved ones can help understand the person with this brain injury better, and thirdly, some tips of what you can do to help alleviate some of your symptoms. First of all, PCS is a set of symptoms that happen after a concussion, a mild traumatic brain injury. And it's really hard to understand it until you have been there yourself. And it is difficult for other people to understand and to know how to react around them. I really feel that this brain injury is a hidden epidemic, and I'm glad to hear that there is becoming more press in the sports industry about how serious post-concussion syndrome is. It's hard because we might look fine on the outside. We don't have a cast on our brain, but the symptoms are real and they are there. The symptoms are cognitive and they're also emotional. It is bad headaches every day, nausea, dizzy, irritability, mood swings, memory loss, concentration problems, fatigue, insomnia, depression, and anxiety. We are the same in many ways, but yet just very different. Nobody has determined yet why some people get PCS after concussion and while others don't. It is a roller coaster. You have good days, you have bad days, you have good hours, you have bad hours. And we have to listen to our body to understand what's happening and how to not have these setbacks. I talked about emotions as one of the symptoms. Emotions are not always under control. I feel like I used to have a very strong personality, and sometimes instead of explaining what's maybe I'm feeling, I will just start to cry. It's very hard for me to hide any of my feelings, and I am just out there now. So it's a very vulnerable state that one is at when you have post-concussion syndrome. I also sometimes can get very frustrated easily and overwhelmed when my brain has had too much activity. Maybe if you have too many people over, or going to a restaurant or to a group activity. Those are very all challenging things for a person with PCS to understand, to do. I really feel a lot of times that I am trapped. I am grounded because my mind, and I want to go to parties, I want to go do all these group activities, but my brain cannot handle it. It's on overload a lot of the times. So what can you do if you have a person that you love that has post-concussion syndrome? First, know we are not trying to be difficult. We would rather not have to say, sorry, I can't go to this restaurant, I can't do this activity with you. We want to do all this, but our brain just can't. Multiple sounds and noises, loud noises, are extremely hard for us. So if the TV is on and you're trying to talk to us, that's not going to work. If you're making dinner and trying to talk, sometimes it's just hard doing multitasking at the same time. Try not to interrupt conversations, or if you're in a group setting, try to just have one conversation at a time. Sometimes we just need to take these brain breaks and have some time alone for our brain just to rest and to catch up. Another thing is fluorescent lighting is extremely hard. So going to the grocery store or going to work or going to school can be very difficult. So to help the person with PCS, to go to the grocery store for them or to help with some errands is helpful. Being on the computer for too long, I have to just really set a timer and should not stay on the computer more than 20 minutes. All these things just irritate me, my brain, and so I might be at a level 2 headache, and then it goes up to 4 or 5. If I keep going, it's going to be up to a level 10. Movies, TV, those things you have to really limit. So if you want to go watch a movie with your friend who has P.C.S, maybe look at an old time movie or something that doesn't have a lot of action to it or a lot of editing. We just can't process as fast. It's harder for us to find the exact words that we're looking for. I'm actually reading some notes that I typed up so I don't forget. Again, it's just, one activity at a time. I always try to do too much. Maybe like if I try to go out to dinner at a quiet restaurant and then a movie, that's going to set me off to a level 10 headache. Maybe just do one activity at a time. Very important, just try to limit the stress in our lives. Just stay calm. If you're a spouse or if you're a child or mom of somebody with post-concussion syndrome, we just really need to stay calm. Even if I'm just running late to go somewhere, that would never affect me before. Just gather up my things, get the kids in the car and go. And now just even a 2-minute amount of stress increases my headache tremendously. So it is so important to just stay calm and communicate with your loved one about how they're feeling, and that we do get overwhelmed very easy. I sometimes think now that I've had a brain injury that people with brain injuries probably are one of the most discriminated people around, just because we do look normal, that people might not expect something that might not possibly want to come out of your mouth at that time. We might be a little bit more blunt in what we say. So again, just try to help to understand us. So now I just want to talk a little bit about how the person with post-concussion syndrome can help themselves. One thing is energy conservation. If you know you want to go to the store later, you need to rest up your brain before and after and really think about your whole day and how you're going to use it. And learn by experience. Keep a journal every day of what you do and how you feel. I really know what my trigger symptoms are now and what sets me off. Sleep. You need to get as much sleep and as much rest as possible. I have a hard time taking naps, but some things that help me rest are to do some meditations. And there's many different kinds out there, so see what kinds inspire you. I take many brain breaks. So if you're working or if you're with friends, you need to just go every half hour, maybe just sit by yourself for a minute and let your brain catch up. Again, reduce your stress at all possible. Let other people help you if they're offering. Laugh. Be with your friends. Be happy and have fun with that. There's also just many different kinds of medication that can help reduce your headaches. I used to take so many different kinds, and now I'm to the point after 4 months that I'm just learning how to control it naturally, how with deep breathing and really reducing any kind of stress and not doing the things that trigger my headaches and my nausea and my other symptoms. If you hit a wall, you have to stop and leave. And again, just think about how you feel about when you're doing an activity. I used to be a great multitasker. I have a hard time with it now, and I have to accept that. I have to realize that. I've kind of gone through a grieving process of who I was and who I am now, and if others can help understand that as well. I am still my same personality. I might not be as funny anymore. I don't know, but there's just different things about your personality with this. On the bright side, I feel like I have so much more insight about my perspective on life. I mean, my life has been changed forever by this. I really find pleasure in the small things that I do every day, because I can't do a lot of the big things that I want to do, and this thing can be very depressing, and you need to stay positive. You need to think about all the good that is in your life. You are losing a little independence, you're losing a little bit of your control, but on the other side, just focus on what you can do and not what you can't do. Life is always ever changing, and I'm just always waiting now for my next adventure. Some other things to help with your symptoms: you need to eat brain food. Eat food that can help your body heal. Read about food that can help with your sleep, with moods, with any kind of headache relief. That is really important to doing that. There's also just many different alternative treatments for post-concussion syndrome that you might want to look into. There's acupuncture, there's cranial, different manipulations with massage therapists that are out there. I do have this fear of hitting my head again. It is really important for you to try to stay safe and not to put yourself into situations until maybe you're at a better state. Like, I love to water ski. Will I ever do it again? I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it for me to go through this. I am getting better, but it is a very slow process. So you need to have patience and think about the good that where you were maybe a month ago and where you are today. You're not going to show big improvements every day. So be honest with yourself. Rest some more. Drink a ton of water to help your headaches. And if you have any questions or concerns, or if you're new to this, please contact me. I would love to hear from you. There's also some wonderful support groups online on Facebook. Just go under Post Concussion Syndrome, and we would love to have you a part of our online support group that is around the world. So I wish you luck, and good luck in the future.